Kia ora team, welcome to tonight's group coaching call, Training Through Christmas, how to stay fit without missing the festivities. Welcome Jason and Gareth. I guess everyone else out having their Christmas festivities. I should have done this a week, maybe two ago, but anyway, they can catch up with the replay later on. So tonight's call is all about how to stay fit throughout the Christmas New Year period without missing the festivities. Christmas is one of the hardest times to train consistently, and the aim over the period will be not to improve your fitness dramatically, it's to maintain what you've built, reduce stress, and arrive in January feeling ready to train again rather being starting from scratch. So keeping fit, keeping active, continuing on with your goals. We've got a few topics we're going to cover off. Training through Christmas, plan and prioritize what matters. Short quality sessions, often long stressed ones. Protect recovery, sleep, hydration, and nutrition, as well as making training social, flexible, and fun. And rest is important too. It's part of that training equation. And then we'll look at a couple of example workouts that people can fit in if time is short. So before Christmas starts, you want to decide what sessions matter the most to you. Usually that one quality session and a couple of easy aerobic sessions. If family or travel get in the way, you haven't failed. No one's a failure. You simply need to adjust. Consistency over perfection is what's going to be key. Christmas is busy, but training doesn't need to cease. Get up early, get that ride over and done with. Go for a run, squeeze a swim in while your kids are at the beach. Do what needs to be done to fit things around. If you're in North America, obviously you're probably not taking the kids to the beach around Christmas time. It's one of the perks we have here in the Southern Hemisphere. Your goal over the Christmas period is to maintain that fitness, not to chase the personal bests. Being consistent with that training, as I touched on, beats perfection every single time. Perfection will fall to pieces when things get busy. And I see it every Christmas with each group of athletes I'm coaching over that period. That picture there, it's Diane at the finish line of Challenge Wanaka a few moons ago now. She is someone that managed to fit her training around Christmas consistently. Now, I used to be an advocate for going for a long bike ride on Christmas morning for a number of reasons. The lack of traffic on the road was one of those key reasons. Gets a bit busy around lunchtime though. But Diane would often get up early, like 3:30, 4 o'clock on Christmas morning and bang out a long ride. She's trained for some fantastic events, including the 1,000 kilometre 10 laps of the Great Bride course she did back in 2014, I think, from memory. So, yeah, you can fit that training in if you plan how you are going to do it. And talking of planning, you need to prioritize what is important. Have a look at your schedule each week. Decide on your one or two non-negotiable sessions and make sure you can fit them in. I might plan them for a Tuesday and a Friday, but if that's not going to work for you, move them within the plan to the day that is going to fit. Work out where that's going to be optimal and physically move them in your training. In Training Peaks or Training Tilt, on the desktop, it's nice and simple. Just drag and drop it to the correct day. On the mobile apps, nice and simple. Just click on the edit button, the pencil icon, change the date to what works, and move it there nice and early. Before Christmas starts, decide on those sessions, which ones matter the most for you. Usually, I'm reading off the same speaker notes for the wrong slide. I read them on the last slide, read them on the wrong one. Let's put my thumb at the right place. So everything else is flexible. You can move that around as needed. Preference is that you stick to how that week is planned. But if it's not going to work, there's no point keeping it the same and missing all those sessions. And as I touched on before, missed sessions are not failures. They are part of the plan and making things adaptable. Having short quality sessions is important. Trying to squeeze in long sessions during a busy week, and Christmas, New Year period is busy. Trying to squeeze them in is just going to add to your stress as well as your fatigue. Whereas squeezing in some short, focused workouts will stimulate your fitness and are easier to recover from. This applies equally for runners, triathletes, and cyclists. And I'm going to have some example workouts at the end that you can fit in. But 30 to 45 minutes is enough. Might not be optimal, but it's enough to stimulate your training. Those structured sessions equals your best return on the time invested in them. It's also important to protect your recovery. Sleep, hydration, nutrition, they all play a hand in that. Late nights, alcohol, rich food, and dehydration all add to your fatigue. You don't need to avoid the celebrations, just be aware of their impact and how they have a follow-on effect to the training sessions that will follow afterwards. A short, easy run on tired legs isn't heroic. Good sleep and hydration deliver better results. So prioritize that sleep, make sure you get quality sleep, eat well most of the time, and enjoy treats mindfully. A little. Don't go overboard. It's also important to make training social, flexible, and fun. It's one of the key things with velocity. It's a social aspect of it, particularly on those live sessions, joining the squad, riding live with us, or putting your comments in the group chat, sharing your successes in the group, even if you can't join us at 6 a.m. when we do the sessions live. Christmas time is a time for a break in routine, particularly here in New Zealand where it forms our summer holidays, but also in other parts of the world, North America, UK, Europe. It's an opportunity to train with family and friends, to explore some new routes, or swap sessions if facilities are closed. Swim sessions being a key one, particularly on the public holidays. If I've planned some swim sessions for you on a public holiday and haven't picked up on it, let me know and I can modify things for you. Keep your training enjoyable. It'll increase your consistency and it will help reduce burnout. Use the opportunity where if you travel to spend time with family and friends to do some training in different locations, get some sightseeing runs or rides in. They're all part of the training process. And if you are a cyclist and don't have the opportunity to travel with your bike, cross-training is better than doing nothing. Or if you're a triathlete and don't have the opportunity to travel with your bike, you'll still be able to cram in that swimming and running with minimal equipment. As I touched on at the start, rest is an important part of that training equation. For some athletes, Christmas is the perfect time for a short rest. That doesn't mean lying on the couch doing nothing. It means moving without pressure. A refreshed athlete in January will outperform a tired one every single time. Reduce the structure of the session if it's a long session and you can't complete it or you need that rest, and get to January the 1st nice and fresh and ready to up your game and move forward in 2026 and beyond. The workout examples, as I mentioned, so starting off looking at a runner, looking for a 30 to 45 minute quality run. 4x4 minute hill reps is a great session you can do. An incline that will take you more than 4 minutes to run up it, bang that intensity out, jog back and repeat. Make sure you do a warm up and a cool down before and afterwards. Same with the triathlete, looking for a 45 to 60 minute bike, or maybe including that bike as part of a brick session. 3x8 minutes at threshold. Once again, that warm up at the start, and then either into the cool down at the end or transition to the run to make that session into a brick. And cyclist, a 45-minute indoor ride, something like the Flying 40s is a great session. Now, all three of those workouts are available on Velocity. And if you're really short on time, 20 to 30-minute easy aerobic session, just a quick spin on the bike, a jog around the block or two, or a quick paddle in the ocean or lake, that will give you something that is better than nothing. Or spend the time doing some stretching, working on that mobility instead of forcing out some structured training. These sessions are designed to maintain your fitness with a minimal time investment. Intensity is controlled, strong but sustainable, so athletes can fit that training around social commitments without digging themselves into a hole. One or two of these sessions per week, plus easy movement, is enough to hold your fitness throughout the Christmas period and then get to that January the 1st and build back into it. And don't forget that if you find yourself using a treadmill, the velocity sessions are available for running on a treadmill. And of course, the majority of people will use them for the cycling with their smart trainer. Any questions? We'll start with you, Jason, since how you were first on the call.
I guess it's probably more of a me specific question, but where there's a couple of
Go for it.
disciplines, if I have to miss, say, two sessions in a row, and I might miss a ride and a run, given that my next event is a run, am I better to prioritize, I guess, that discipline over the riding, or basically write each session off that I've missed and just pick up where the schedule is?
If you're only missing one or two sessions, then trying to catch up one of the run sessions because you've got two half marathons coming up in the first half of 2026,
Yep.
prioritizing that run. But don't do it by adding it to a day where you've got the bike. Add that run instead of doing the bike.
Yeah, right. Cool.
Yeah.
And yeah,
So
yeah, no, that's good.
I know you've read the article about Mick. Don't be Mick and add all those sessions in and jam it all in is the short answer. But with the priority being running, put that as a priority to catch that session up by replacing one of those bikes.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you.
No worries. Any other questions? Oh, you're muted, so I'm guessing you're done. Moving on to Gareth then. You still there, Gareth, or are you talking, but your microphone is still on mute?
He's in the kids' room and can't talk.
Okay, that answers that. If you do have any questions, Gareth, or anyone watching this as the replay, feel free to add the comments to the video, or if you're seeing this on Facebook, add a comment down below, ask your questions there, and I'll happily jump in and answer them. So whether watching on YouTube or Facebook, add the comments down below and I'll answer them. Any other questions before we wrap things up, Jason? Perfect. Well, you have an amazing evening and also Christmas and New Year period. Ka kite anō. Have a fantastic day, everyone, and we'll look forward to our next catch up.
Thank you.
You're welcome.